bit more. Okay, perfect. Let's get started. And as I click, there we go. Cool. Okay. Getting tight there. There we go. Sorry, I got more stuff up on my screen than what you guys can see, so that's why I'm just delaying here and getting stuff clicked. And we got more people wanting in. Okay, so how realtors flood their pipeline with 50 plus leads a month, hit 50 plus K commissions in a month, even if you've never ran ads. So that's the beauty with Facebook ads, guys. You can start running ads today and you can start generating leads. It's kind of like a uh, something you could just set up and you have the leads coming in right away, which I love. I consistently ranked in the top 1%. I was a realtor for 18 years. I spent over $100,000 on Facebook ads. Not kidding when I say that. I spent a lot of money and then I continue to spend money today. So stay until the end. I've got an offer for you guys worth just under $20,000. So make sure you are at the end, and that does sell out quickly. So you will want to be ready for that. All right, so get ready for your no fluff masterclass. Have your notebook out, distractions off. I'm going to teach you this stuff. And if you have distractions, I know it's tough as a realtor. We have different stuff popping up all the time. But trust me, spend the next hour here and focus. And I really hope my main goal for you guys is that you get a lot of value out of this and you can have some takeaways so you can put this into your business. You will get my exact lead gen system plus a $50,000 shortcut. So type yes in the chat if you are done with junk leads. I'm sure a lot of you have done other lead generation stuff before. Some maybe have had garbage leads. So if you want to put in the chat that you are tired with junk leads. So very done. I agree, Gary. Junk leads suck. Let's get rid of them. Let's get good leads. Okay, Facebook ad system, my three-step system for 50 plus leads a month, 50 plus K in commissions, step by step, no BS. You can use it tomorrow. And one more, raise your hand in the chat or give me a thumbs up or a yes or whatever's easier for you. If you've blown $500 plus on ads that have tanked, I'll be the first to raise my hand. I did that. I actually did tens of thousands, not just 500. Um, Good. Okay. So that's good to hear. Not good. I don't want you guys blowing your money, but it's good to hear you're in the right spot. Because yeah, I'm gonna expedite this for you so you don't have that happening all the time. Because that's not the idea of this. We don't want to throw money at this thing just to throw money on it. You actually want to get leads. Okay, and then from that, we want to convert those leads. We don't just want leads, we want to convert them into paying customers. So, step one, list of homes under the average price in your area. So, I'm going to dive right into it. I'm not going to give you any fluff off the start, just going to get right into it here and give you the exact steps. So, a lot of you maybe have heard of this already. Some of you, this might be new. That's okay. What still works today and works amazing for us, and it's worked for all the years since I started doing this. It's been many years, and even to this day, still doing the same thing, and it is still working. It's amazing with anything in business. It's like you find that one thing and just be consistent with it. It works. And the best that worked for us still to this day is that list of homes under the average price range. Buyers swarm it. It's specific, urgent, and dirt cheap to run. You got a high ROI and low cost. So it's just a matter of basically taking. So if you've got a specific neighborhood that a lot of people are interested in, and you figure out what the average price there is and advertise below it or even cheaper than that of the list of homes that are available in that area, that sparks curiosity. It gets people clicking because they want to see what's available. And I know it sounds so simple and stupid, but it is. And it's what, like I said, what works today. So this is how we set up your first ad. So these are the steps you need to do. Let me break this down and kind of back up a little bit. So when most people think of Facebook ads, or what they've done in the past is they'll create a post on their Facebook page and they will click the blue boost button. And Yes, you are running a Facebook ad. You're putting money at it, but it's not a properly run Facebook ad. There's no call to action. All that does, and there is a time and place for it, don't get me wrong. I'm not saying don't do it, but there's only a certain situation where you want to do it. So if your main goal for that ad is to just get more people to see it, and that is it. Like I kind of use this for example, if you've got like a community event happening where you just need people to show up and you just need to inform them about it, then you might want to do the boost button. But if you're wanting to actually bring in leads with contact information, that's where you need to do through Ads Manager. So you're going in the back end and you're setting up an actual ad. And I'm going to show you the steps for that and what that looks like. Um, but yeah, just keep that in mind. Everything I'm teaching you today, do not click the blue boost button. There's no way to collect lead information. We actually want people to submit their information, so their name, their phone number, and their email, in order to get the list of homes that we're promising. So it's a win-win for both. They're getting what we're promising, we're getting their contact information. And you cannot do that by clicking on that blue boost button. You need to follow these steps. So when you first log into your Facebook page, on the left, you're going to see this Ads Manager. Now, if you don't see it, just hover over. There's a see more button. You can see in the photo there. It drops it down, and then you'll be able to see Ads Manager in that. So find that, click on it, and then it's going to bring you to a new page. And in the middle here, you can see you're going to click on the green create button. And that'll take you kind of into the back end of Facebook Ads Manager to set up an ad. And then on the right, you're going to see there's 6 objectives. So it's going to say, okay, what do you want to do with this ad? And obviously, everything we're talking about is we want leads. So we're going to select leads. And the beauty thing with this is we're telling Facebook, okay, we're going to pay you money. In return, we want you to get us leads. We want to collect their name, their phone number, their email address. So the nice thing with Facebook, what it's going to do, it's going to do its darndest to get you more leads, because if it doesn't get you leads, you're going to stop paying money. And Facebook does not want that. Facebook obviously wants more of your money. So it wants to get you the results in return. And that's what I love so much about it. It's like out there doing all the heavy lifting and the hard work for you, because it's figuring out who's clicking on your ads, who's not, and it's trying to find more people like that want to click on your ad and get the list. So it starts to learn and it gets better over time, which is just absolutely incredible. We've never had that at our capability years ago. When I first started as a realtor in 2004, it was like basically, well, in my city, we're a small city. We didn't even really have billboards. We have no buses. So it's like put your face in the newspaper and that was it. And you couldn't track it. It's just, yeah, not ideal. Facebook ads is way better for that. Now, when you're setting up your ad, you need to check off this housing part in the special ad category. So many years ago, well, not many, 2019, 6 years ago, I guess, Facebook had a lawsuit and they came out with this special ad category. So basically, out of the lawsuit, it said you cannot discriminate showing your ads to specific people. So, and now in relation to these 4 topics, so credit, employment, housing, any social issues, or politics. Used to be you could go in there and say, well, I want to show my ad to people that are under this age and are male and have this, this, and this. No longer can you do that. So when you select this, it doesn't let you select the age, doesn't let you select gender, and it doesn't let you select like job titles or anything like that. So a lot of people actually gave up on Facebook ads when this came out. I can tell you, I continued to run ads. I did not see any difference. A lot of people were like, oh, I can't target now. This sucks. Facebook ads is out to get me. Do not worry about it. Again, like I said, Facebook is so smart. It has so much data on all of us. It knows who to show your ad to. So actually, this thing made things easier where you don't have to figure out, well, who is my demographic? What age? Blah, blah, blah. You can just write your ad copy based off of it, and it's going to attract those types of people. And Facebook will start to see and learn that and start to show your ad to more of those types of people. So check it off. I don't have my chat open. I see the odd chat popping up, which is excellent. I forgot to mention, guys, if you do have questions, please do put them in the chat. When we get to the end, I'm going to have a Q&A session. I'm going to go back through and answer them. So if you do have something, put it in the chat. At the end, I'll even have the opportunity if you want. I can turn your microphone off. You can talk if it's easier to ask your question. But this way, you don't forget your question if you put it in, and I'll get to it at the end. Now, use instant forms. So when you get to this next spot, it asks, how do you want to convert these leads? And instant forms is still the best. So what this does is it pops up with a form on your ad and it asks questions that you want to get from the lead before you give them the list of homes. So I like to select instant forms and then it gives you the option of what you want to select. My go-to still to this day is name, phone number, email. Just those three. Good to have those because now I have a chance to contact them, text them, or email them. I've got two avenues. And then I don't want to make the form too long and have a ton of questions because then people are just eventually they're not going to want to fill it out and they're just going to exit. So this is where you let Facebook do all the heavy lifting and Facebook collects that contact information for you. I had somebody taught them this strategy. They sent me this text showing my first lead a home on Friday. They had 12 total leads, two deleted, one buying next year, two additional set up, one booked to show, one sent to the mortgage broker for pre-approval, three no response yet, and two chatting when they decide to respond. This person ended up closing three deals from their one Facebook ad, which was absolutely incredible. Huge, huge return on their investment. So, how much to spend? This is the second most asked question I get, besides the first one, which is what type of ads do I run? So you now know kind of there what works. The next one is how much do I spend? So when you're first starting off, what I recommend is to do anywhere between that $10 to $20 per day. So that's kind of a good like testing amount so you can figure out which ads are going to work the best because, like anything in real estate, there is no such thing as instant gratification. You will get leads right away, but from there, you want to test to figure out which ads are going to bring you in the most leads or the most high qualified leads. So it does take a bit of testing, running some different ads, different types of homes that you want to try out. And eventually, you're going to find an ad that works the best, and you're going to be like, oh, yeah, that's the one. Well, now you can start to curate more of your ads based off of that one. And just kind of rinse and repeat and do different ads based off of it. And from there, if you want to scale and be like, okay, well, now I want to bring in more leads, I want to have more opportunities, more conversations, then you can start to scale it up and spend more money and kind of decide what you want to do from there. But yeah, optimal off the start, testing $10 to $20. I would not want to see you guys just go and blow your budget all at once when you don't know if that's going to be your best performing ad or not. Now, this is a big one. Attention grabbing headline and photo. This is huge. This is where I see a lot not get as good of results as they could because of this. They kind of take the easy shortcut instead of putting the time and effort into this. So, for one, be specific. Hey, here's some hidden gems under 500,000 in this neighborhood. Call it out, or call out to your specific audience if you're trying to attract a certain person with a certain list of homes, like attention families or something like that. Now, a set of eyeballs for the win. A face in a photo always get the most engagement. Whenever I run my ads or I help other realtors run their ads, we always have their face in there. And there's a reason why. It's just like, again, years ago when I started in real estate, newspaper was the thing. When you went to grab a newspaper, there was always a face on the front page. And there's a reason why. There's studies that show there's something about a set of eyeballs that makes people stop, take a look, because there's that connection. Is there a connection? They want to see, do I know this person? What are they doing? A set of eyeballs always gets far more engagement. There's in all my years of doing social media, there's only two things I found that gets more engagement, and that's kids and pets. Otherwise, the set of eyeballs always. So what mistake most realtors make is they're like, oh, I just want to go and grab an ad. I need a photo for my ad. They don't put much thought into it. So they go to Google and they search the word house. They find a generic house photo and they plunk it in their ad. Well, guess what? It looks like every other post out there. It looks generic. People are mindlessly scrolling through their phone all day long. So you need to have that pattern interrupt that makes them stop and take a second look. For one, it's a set of eyeballs. There's something about it that will make them stop, even for a split second. Next is the familiar background. A neighborhood sign lets people know this is for their area. So what I recommend is if you're running a list of homes in a certain area, go get your photo taken in front of those neighborhood signs. If you don't, I realize some of you don't have neighborhood signs, get it in front of like one of the street signs or a statue, a lake. a landmark, a shopping mall, a school, like something that ties you to that neighborhood where people know that you're in that neighborhood. It creates that familiarity factor where people stop and they're like, oh my gosh, like this is in my community. What is this about? They're going to read it. Oh, it's a list of homes under it. Wow, geez, I kind of, I'm interested. I wonder what's available in that neighborhood under that price. Get some clicking, putting their information in. This is key. People that do not do this, I see their costs per lead like triple if they're putting in those generic photos. So I know it takes a bit of time, but just spend some time. Go out and take a bunch of photos. And now you've got those photos and you're ready to go. It's so easy to take a photo. Combine the two for the best results. Having a face in a familiar area will always get people to stop scrolling. Okay, so now how do we get that list of homes off to these contacts? So when you're filling out that Facebook form, or sorry, you're filling out the Facebook ad and you get to this part, it has you put in kind of building your form where you're collecting the lead's name, phone number, and email. Once you gather that information, it says, okay, once they put that information in, where do you want us to send them? And that's where you're going to see this. And it's going to talk about a link and it's going to have you add in a link. This is another mistake that many will make is they will put in their website, like just their main domain website in there. So what's going to happen is now when the lead clicks on your ad, says, hey, here's a free list of homes under this price, and they click on it, they put their information in, it gives them this link, and it takes them to your main homepage. Now the lead is mad because they're like, you did not give me what you promised. Like you told me you're going to give me a list of homes, and this is not a list of homes. So this is important. In this link box, you want to put a direct link to the list of homes so they can go view it. There's two ways you can do this. Well, there's actually three ways. The best way and the most easiest is if you have a website that has an IDX feed. So if I can go to your website right now and I can search homes on it, that is the best. So you could go to your website, draw out the neighborhood that you want to advertise the list of homes in, put in your max price, click search. It's going to give you the results of all those homes. You take the URL at the top. It's going to be a long URL. Take it, copy it, and put it in here. That way, it's going to take them to that pre-done search you've created, and it's going to give them the list right away. The second way, if you do not have an IDX feed to your website, you can do this through your MLS. So you can go in your MLS, you can pull up, do a search, pull them up, and two ways you could do it depending on your MLS. For some of them, you would pretend like you're going to email it to somebody, and it should generate you a link. You can take that link and put it in here. Or the other way, if you use a system like Matrix, within Matrix, you can create, well, you can do it on any platform. You can create auto emails. So if you could go in there, create a defined search, put in a contact, you're going to put yourself in as like a lead to have it send them auto emails. So you're going to put in that neighborhood, the price range, put you in as the contact, hit save, and it's going to email you a link to a portal window. And in that portal window, you can take the URL and put it in here. So a couple different ways to do it. I did say there's a third way. It's not ideal. The third way is if for some reason your MLS really sucked and you couldn't even do that, which I think I've never ran into an MLS where you couldn't. But if for some reason, because years ago, many years ago, when I first started doing this, we did not have that capability. So what I had to do is I would take the homes, I would put them in like a PDF document. So I had to copy and paste them all in there. I would take that PDF document, I would put it in my Google Drive, and I'd create a shareable link for it. And then I put the link in here. Like I said, that one's not the most ideal because it's not like doesn't give much information. It's yeah, doesn't look as nice. So the website is the best because that's real time. So if somebody clicks on it today versus a week from now, it's going to give them up to date. The MLS with the auto email where it gives them a portal window, that's the second best because that's still real time. And then the third is if your MLS doesn't have that, you can just send it as an email to a link. The only thing is with that link, it's not going to be real time, so it's only going to show what's available today. So make sure you give people what was promised. That's a big one. If you do not, you're shooting yourself in the foot. Okay, attracting seller leads. Okay, I'm just going to take a quick pause and go in the chat and just make sure, and then I will get back. Don't worry, guys, I'm going to get back to your questions. Is this making sense? Give me a thumbs up. Give me yes. Is this, I hope I'm explaining it properly and I'm not talking gibberish. Okay, cool. And also, yes, this tells me you guys are still there and you're still listening. I appreciate it. Thank you very much. Okay, so attracting seller leads. So kind of everything I talked about is attracting buyers, which is great. A lot of our buyer ads actually will generate seller leads. So you might have somebody clicking on your list of homes because they're thinking of selling their house and going to maybe the neighborhood you're advertising. And we've had that happen quite a bit. They'll get a buyer lead and the person's like, "Oh, by the way, I got to sell my house." Oh, cool. We can help you with that too. But if you want to specifically attract sellers, here's how you can do it. So sellers are looking for list of recently sold homes. They want to know what the homes in their neighborhood have sold for because they want to make a determination on what they feel their home might be worth. And in the eyes of the consumer, a lot of times they're thinking, well, I don't want to contact a realtor. They're going to be pushy and they're going to make me list my house. And I got to clean it up. And it's too much work. But if there's an ad and it's offering up a list of recently sold homes in their neighborhood, now you've got their attention. Now you need to be neighborhood specific because if you said, here's a list of homes in the entire city that have recently sold, as a seller, I'm probably not going to click on it because I'm going to be like, I can't really compare my home to those. It's too broad of a range. But if you've got an ad and it's a list of homes in my neighborhood, I feel like the ad is made for me. So then I'm going to be more apt to click on it. Now, if you want to make it even more specific and get more excitement, you have it niche down to a price range. So you could say, here's a list of homes that have recently sold in this neighborhood between this price and this price. Now, if I'm a seller and I feel like, hey, this is like going to give me some really good comparables because this is exactly made for me, you're going to get a lot better results there as well. And timing is everything. If you can run this in a neighborhood, so with a lot of sold signs, if maybe there was a couple solds that just went up, run this ad. Because what's happening is those sellers are more than likely driving to work to and from work every day, and they're driving by those homes that have the sold signs all of a sudden. And what happens when they drive by the sold sign? They're like, oh, activity, things are selling here. I wonder what that sold for. Wonder how it compares to my house. I wonder what we could get. I wonder what my house is worth now. So if you can have that right timing, that's where this ends up being gold. And your market is telling you what they want. Are you listening? The right ad can equal a massive flow of leads. This was the best ad I ever ran. It generated, I took this photo before it was done, but it ended up being 268 leads in 7 days. I actually could not keep up. It was cool, but it was a little because I didn't have systems in place, it was just like all day long my email was going off. New lead, new lead, new lead, new lead. I wish I had systems in place because we probably could have converted more. I think we did like 3 deals off this one ad, but could have done better. But anyway, the main point of my story is if you're really listening to what people want, you can get results like this. And we were in a heavily recessed market. We actually went through 8 years of a recessed market. Nobody believes me when I say that, but it happened. Um, Prices were down like 35%. Saw a lot of job losses, foreclosures, suicides. It was not the funnest market at all. But one of the things that I found out is everybody was looking for the same thing at that time. I'd go to the grocery store and I'd have people stop me and be like, "Hey, I've heard there's a bunch of foreclosures coming up. Do you have access to those? What is there for foreclosures out there?" Because when everybody hears the word foreclosure, they think deal. And we know that's not necessarily the case, but that's in the minds of the consumer. And I must have had at least 10 to 12 people ask me throughout a little bit of a span about foreclosures. So of course I got thinking, okay, if there's this many people asking me about foreclosures, how many other people in the city are thinking the same thing? So I ran an ad for a list of foreclosed homes in our entire city. And this is where I got these amazing results because I was offering something that everybody was looking for. And also a little bonus is it's not like they could go online and quickly pull out which ones were foreclosures. So this one took a bit more work for me because I wasn't able to do this in my MLS as well. I had to kind of filter through it, go through and find them. I knew which ones were foreclosures because I sorted by the seller name and I could tell if they were a foreclosure or not by the seller name. So I just took those out. This is one where I had to put it into a PDF, put it into Google Drive. So it created a bit more work, but I'm telling you, it was well worth it. I found something everybody was looking for. They could not easily find it. They weren't always, they didn't know what was available, what wasn't. And this is where the ad really blew up. So, 268 leads. That is the power of running the right offer at the right time. Just goes to show you how this can work. And this is any market this works. It doesn't matter where you are. If you give the market what they want, leads will flood in. It's just a matter of you being open to listening and listening what your audience or your customers are asking for and figuring out ads and these lists of homes that you can run based off of what everybody's wanting. Hundreds of buyers and sellers in your market are waiting. They're just waiting for the right offer. Now, the anatomy of an ideal Facebook ad. Here's kind of what they look like. So these are high performing ads that follow our exact formula. So as I mentioned, here's a list of homes under average price range in front of a sign and a person in it. Doing the sold, trying to get some listings. Same thing. This one's looking in a specific neighborhood. And yeah, this one's they did a homes built since 2023, so kind of advertising new homes. But you can see the same theme with all of these. There's a face in it, there's a sign. It grabs people's attention when they're mindlessly scrolling through their ads or through their Facebook all day long. And for some of these, because it's so raw, like that's what I recommend. Just it doesn't need to be professional. Just go get a simple photo. Guess what? It doesn't look like an ad. Unless you see that sponsored thing at the top, these don't feel like ads. They feel like regular posts. Okay, so step two, the 5 minute rule. Text leads in 5 minutes. 90% go cold if you wait. Start a conversation. Don't be salesy. Just ask a question. Just reach out, say, hey, did you get that list of homes? That's all. Just see if you can get a conversation started. Just what I said. Did you receive the list of homes? And speed wins deals. First responder advantage. You need to respond to these leads within the first 5 minutes. There's no well, what if or anything. This is a must. I found this out the hard way. You need to have systems in place to respond in the first 5 minutes. Otherwise, doesn't matter how good of an ad you run, if you're not doing the proper response, those ad dollars are likely going to waste. Not likely, they probably are. Create integrations. Use a platform like Zapier. Zapier is one where you can create an notification so you get notified when a new lead comes in. Funny thing, never understood it myself, but Facebook does not notify you when you get a lead. So you can set this all up, think everything's great. It's spending money, leads are coming in, and you're not getting notified. So that's where you need to have like an integration like that so you can get notified. And then use this script. Hey, I just see you requested a free list of homes. Did you check it in? Did you receive it? It's just as simple as that. That's all you have to do to reach out. From there, it can take 7 to 8 touch points before a lead will respond to you. And then you need to keep following up. Follow up, follow up, follow up. I know we've all heard it. Trust me, it is a big deal. I know we all lax on it. We're like, next time, or this person's not interested. The ones that follow up are the ones that win by far. For some of these leads, it can take 7 to 8 touch points before they will respond to your first message. So don't give up after one or two. Secondarily from that, when they do respond, you find out, okay, I've got a real person on the other end here. It can take 7 to 8 touch points of checking in before they start to really get to know, like, and trust you. It's got to be that repetitioning and building credibility and showing that you're not just a one-off. And that's what I mean by nurturing. Consistent nurturing of your good leads will result in sales. Some of these people may not be ready for another year or two. So you've spent the money, you've generated the lead. Are you going to put the time and effort to actually build a relationship with them and have real conversations so that when they are ready, they're going to use you? Or are you just going to dismiss them and then nothing ever happens with it? And if you do convert this one customer down the road, guess what? There's going to be referrals come your way as well if you do a proper job and give them a great level of experience. So that, as you can see over time, you're building your list. This just starts to snowball. So step three, niche targeting. Higher quality leads. Niche focus outperforms broad ads. As I mentioned, kind of in that seller example where you get neighborhood specific, you could even get price range specific. You get better results that way because you're getting higher quality leads because they feel like the ad is speaking directly to them. Speak to your target market, bring in the type of leads you actually want. And an example of that is if you ran an ad for homes under $400,000 near a certain school. Well, that's targeting families. You're going to bring in families if that's the type of audience that you love to deal with. Okay, so your three-step summary. Setting up your ad under the average price range in a specific area. You've got your text going out to people or phone call, you can call them, immediately following up to win deals, and of course, continued consistent follow up. And then from there, niche targeting. Run lists that attract your target market. Start tomorrow. Trust me, guys, you do this, you get easily 50 plus leads a month and add additional 50K plus potential to your pipeline in the next year. But doing it manually, that is a 65-hour trap. So this was my journey from struggle to success. I wasted tens upon tens upon tens of thousands of dollars figuring this out. I wasted 65 hours a week, no life. My breakthrough, I cracked the system, new clients coming in all the time, 50 plus K commissions followed. But the problem is I could not sustain the grind and I needed a better solution. It was just a lot of work with it, having to do all this follow up and keep spreadsheets. And yes, it was a huge, huge job. So here's the twist. I made it autopilot. Spent months upon months putting this together, and now it just runs on autopilot. No more late nights. Ads run automatically. AI. AI has been a complete game changer. Absolutely love it. Amazing. Doing so much more conversions. Follow up happens automatically. Deals close. You focus on closing, not prospecting. And as I said, I spent several months building this system, but you're getting a chance to have it today. We have Victoria. She was looking for a way to have her own leads coming into her in the background. Program definitely exceeded her expectations. In her first 2 weeks, she got a listing and a couple serious buyer leads. Hasn't even been a month, but a program already paid for itself and more. Very happy with it. So imagine your pipeline on autopilot. The system works. You've got the steps. Machine runs, effortless lead generation. Your pipeline floods. 50,000 K leads pour in and you close deals. You focus on what matters. You get back to getting in front of more people, doing the stuff you love. Well, this runs in the background, bringing you in more people. So type flood in the chat if this sounds like something you want. Let me know. Would this be a benefit to you? Flood, flood. Good. And again, this is humoring me, guys. I sit here and I all I hear is myself talking and I can't see you guys. I can't hear you guys. So thank you for humoring me because it just when you type that stuff in there, lets me know you're still listening and you still yeah, hopefully getting some value out of this. So sometimes when I ask you these things, it's just to humor the guy on the other end here. Okay, so we got four of you. Perfect. I'm sure there's oh, there we go. Thanks, guys. Okay. So the old game is broken. 25 to $75 junk leads. You're wasting money on poor quality. We've all done it. It sucks. It is not fun. Feast or famine cycle. Inconsistent income hurts. You've got a 65-hour burnout. You're working harder, not smarter, and the competitors win. You keep seeing it out there. You're like, why are these people like selling these homes? Like, I'm a better realtor than them. What's going on? Why are they having all these contacts? Um, it's all about systems. So you need a flood, not a trickle. That's where the Realtor's Blueprint comes in, the lead flutter system. So 50 plus monthly leads, you give you a consistent pipeline, 50K plus commissions, potential ad of that in a year. One deal, one deal pays for the system and more. You've got targeted ads, reach ideal buyers and sellers, AI text bots, they have automatic conversions for you, and the autopilot blueprint, the complete system. So here is what it looks like live. I'm going to give you a quick in-depth behind the scenes view. So when you come into the Realtor's Blueprint, we've got templates in here. These are all the same proven templates I use throughout the years and the same ones that realtors are using in the system today that still work. Now, the one I spoke about today was this list of homes under X. So I'll show you what it looks like. So if we select that. So let's say I want to advertise a list of homes in Lakeview. That's the name of the neighborhood name. And let's say the average price range was $500,000, like I use as an example. So that's all I have to put in there. I put in my daily budget. So let's say I want to do $15 a day. The website, this is where I'm going to put in the link to that list of homes. I'm going to put in my location of where I want to show the ad. I'm going to add in my photo. So this will be the photo of me in front of that Lakeview sign that I spoke about. And then the ad text, this is the beauty part. You don't have to reinvent the wheel and redo any of this. It automatically does it for you. So whatever you typed in these two boxes at the top is going to populate into your ad. You don't even have to change it. So this is going to say Lakeview's best kept secret, affordable homes under $500,000. Experience the best of Lakeview living without the high price tag. Looking for an affordable home in the Lakeview neighborhood? So it does it all for you. And then it's fully customizable. So for you, those of you in the US, because I don't know why they make us spell it different up here than they do down there, you just take the U and take it out, and there we go. There's neighborhood. Good to go. Privacy policy. All you have to do is grab that from your brokerage's website. You put in the URL, and that's it. So what normally would take you, everything I showed you would take you 45 minutes to an hour to set up in Facebook ads through Ads Manager. You can literally have this done in 5 or 10 minutes. So please put in the chat, type in the word easy if this looks easy and you feel like you could do this, where you just have to go in, fill those couple boxes, put in your link to list of homes in your photo, and you are good to go. Awesome. Thank you guys. Three of you, I love you. Four of you, five of you, awesome. Possibly. Okay, thanks for being honest. Cool. Okay, let's go back and let's go here. So inside the Realtor's Blueprint, the lead Flutter dashboard, you get preloaded ads, all customizable. As I said, easy to launch. You can launch them in 5 to 10 minutes. Super, super simple. Leads automatically flow in, so you don't need any extra integrations. Before I talked about using a program like Zapier, you don't need that with the Realtor's Blueprint. It'll automatically pull those leads in for you. And they get nurtured automatically. So they get automated messages. This whole system takes care of the nurturing process, so you don't have to do all that follow up. And only speak to the best leads. The system automatically nurtures every single lead so that once somebody responds, you're getting notified. And this way, you're only focusing your attention on the good leads and not wasting hours upon hours on lead follow up. Conversions happen every single month. So we had Heather. She's a member of the Realtors Blueprint. She had 5 months. She's a brand new realtor, 50 plus leads a month, 10 times. Currently, she's now slowly approaching 20 X on her ROI. So she was a brand new realtor, launched her real estate business using the Realtor's Blueprint. Within a couple months, started closing deals. She's currently working on her third deal, which will bring her up to a 20X ROI. So starting as a brand new realtor in October, she needed a way to stand out and attract leads. No past clients, no referrals, no reputation in the market. She had to find a system that worked immediately. Heather plugged in the Realtor's Blueprint and used the AI-powered follow-up to handle her leads. This allowed her to focus on closing deals instead of chasing cold leads, and this is her results. They're incredible. 5 months later, $1,223 in ad spend, 2 closed homes plus one more in progress. She's currently at a 10X. She's going to take her to a 20X when she closes that third one. 50 plus leads every month, consistent pipeline with no cold calling. She's had 123,886 886 impressions on her ads alone. So she's being seen everywhere. And she went from $0 to a profitable business in just 5 months, a system that works for any agent. Now we've got the cold call killer AI. I hated cold calling. I sucked at it. I didn't do much time at it. It's just uncomfortable for me. So with AI, we've got 10 more conversions. Never miss a hot prospect. We got perfect scripts. The AI is trained. It knows what to say. These are not canned responses. These things are super smart. They are amazing. AI never sleeps, always working on converting your leads. No alarms, no grind. It's all done for you. It just runs on autopilot. Okay, so let me show you how AI is converting more people. So just a couple examples. I did this one a while ago. I pretended that I was a lead, so I came into the system, and this is me. So I would get a text message to my phone. I responded, yes, I got the list. The blue is the bot responding to me. So as you can see, it go through a whole conversation, pre-qualifying me, asking me questions. I even pushed back at it sometimes, like saying, hey, I'm not pre-approved. Is that something I need to do? This was the bot's response. Getting pre-approved for a mortgage can be very helpful. It gives you a clear idea of your budget, shows the sellers you're a serious buyer. I did not tell it to say that. It just knew that. That's how fantastic AI is now. I even pushed back again saying, I do, it asked if I wanted to book a call. I said, hey, is it just going to be pushy? Not at all. He's here to provide you guidance, answer any questions you have. This call is meant to help you understand your options, make informed decisions. So I finally said, sure. It asked to confirm my contact details when I wanted to book it, and it automatically booked it in my calendar and was good to go. It looked at my calendar, booked it in, put it in as a time. I didn't have to do anything. I got notified, hey, I got a calendar booking. All I had to do was call that lead at that time. Amazing. So here's some actual real life examples that have been happening within the system. And this is what I talked about with the follow-up guys and the touch points. You can see the first time this lead did not respond. Text message, text message, text message, email, text message. Finally, they responded a couple days later, I think. Yes, I got it. Just been reconnecting. It asked a couple more questions. It said, hey, can we reconnect for later today? Gave them some options. They said 4:30 is okay. It booked the appointment. That person got on the phone. They ended up converting that lead. Amazing. Another one, this person asked which areas are available. It said, which areas are you interested in? The lead gave them some details. It gave some information of what they're doing right now. They're currently moving, when they're going to be there. And then the realtor noticed something was happening here. They actually jumped into this conversation before it ended, jumped on a call with this person, converted them as well. So again, give me a hands up if there's anybody thinks this is great, this would work. Have you used AI before? Do you love it? Do you hate it? Give me your thoughts. I'm actually a huge fan of AI. It's the seeing the conversions that happen now. Everything is absolutely amazing. It is so cool. I have not used. Yes, I'll get to that in a minute. Because of course there's a cost with AI. Okay, and I do see some questions, so yes, keep firing them away. I will get back to those questions, guys, because I know I got some to sift through, and I love, love, love questions. That's my favorite part of the whole thing. So please keep firing away on those. Okay, we're almost there, guys. This is getting to the exciting stuff, and like I said, be ready because this does always sell out on me. The Realtor's Blueprint Lead Flutter System. Now, there's value here. So you've got just the value alone because I've checked into the competitors, I've seen what it costs. There's a huge cost to all the software and everything. It's not cheap. I've got huge software costs myself alone every month, which doesn't matter to you guys. That's irrelevant. Cold Call Killer AI is a $4,997 value easily. I'm probably shy on that one. I've seen AI systems that are 5 to 10K a month. Six-figure coaching. I'm going to guide you through all this, help you guys. So I've got coaching calls. That alone, $3,000 value, and the plug and play ad vault, another $3,000 value with having those ads there ready to go, all pre-built for you. So that's a total value of 15,988 for the complete system. Coaching, training, and AI conversions is what it normally would cost you. Now, I've got an exclusive bonus package, the first deal fast track, so $1,997. I'll do one-to-one call coaching directly with me. Burnout Banisher, $997, so less time managing, more time selling. So everything's put into place, so you don't have to worry about that. And onboarding waived. Normally, there's an onboarding fee because I got to take time to set this all up with you. That's $357. You can jump straight into action, have no cost there. So that takes our total up another 3351. Our new total value is $19,339. High return, zero risk. So we've got a $19,339 value. The complete system and bonuses for you guys today, it is only $24.70 for an entire year. That is not monthly. That is for the year. You've got a 2x guaranteed return. So you make a minimum $5,000 in 12 months on this, or I refund you your $24.70 and pay you $500 as a sorry for your time. We had Rayanne in the system. She ran ads. She had a total investment of $900 with the platform and her Facebook ads. She was doing a monthly package. I'll clarify that. She ended up spending $6,200 a month. She took off her $900. She ended up spending $6,200 total. $900 total, and she ended up getting 6,200. I can't think today, guys. She ended up getting $6,200 off that one deal. So she took her 6,200 minus her $900 that she spent on her ads in the platform. She had a $5,300 profit. All right, so here's everything you need to know before joining, and I'm going to give you guys the details on how to get this because there's only going to be a select few that actually get it, and then once that's done, I close it because there's only so much capacity that I can have to onboard you. So that's why I only offer up so many spots. So I'm not tech savvy. Will this work for me? Yes, the system is designed for complete beginners, step-by-step video tutorials, pre-built, done for you templates, and dedicated support. I'm there every step of the way. You've got access to my personal cell phone. I'm guiding you through this to get you the wins. I don't have time to learn something new. You do not need to. The system is built for speed and automation. You can launch in just 15 minutes. No tech experience needed. AI automation handles the lead follow-up for you. It is amazing. And it gives you hours back each week instead of wasting time chasing leads. Even if you were to go hire a VA to do this for you, you're going to spend way more money on this, and you're still going to have to spend time to learn it. I cannot afford this right now. Again, like I just said, with a VA, you cannot afford not to. One closed deals pay for your entire year investment. Every deal after is pure profit. Now, compared to hiring an agency, this is a tiny fraction of the cost. And compared to trial and error, this saves you tens upon tens of thousands of dollars like I did in wasted ad spend. Can't I just hire somebody to do this for me? You could, but agencies charge $2,000 plus per month. This is way cheaper. You get faster results, no waiting for somebody else to figure it out. I've done this, I've done the trial and error, and you own the system, no relying on anyone else for leads. And are there any other costs I should be aware of? So, yes, you've got your Facebook ad spend. So, you're going to still be spending your money on your Facebook ads, but 100% of your ad spend goes to your ads. I don't take any of that. So, it's going directly to Facebook. And then we need to have ChatGPT on the back end to power your AI. That's $20 per month. You pay that directly to ChatGPT. And that $20 for that ChatGPT Plus is absolute game changer as well. I highly recommend it no matter what you do. It's good for your business. These are separate from the Realtor's Blueprint investment, but are essential to getting the best results. So think of your ad spend like your marketing assistant. It's what brings you in the leads. My system turns those leads into deals. So limited availability. There's only 5 spots, guys. That's 24.70 for the entire year with guaranteed and bonuses. There's 60 minutes until the offer expires. Now, for some of you, there is some monthly plans. So if that was more of interest, let me know. But you're not going to get you're not going to get all these bonuses. And it's going to end up costing you more if you pay every month. So after the deadline, like I said, it's $357 a month, no extras, no guarantee. So that's the monthly. So to get on this webinar special of the 1 year deal, there's just the 5 spots. So I'm going to share with you how to claim those. So send me an email, get ready. You're going to send me an email with the subject, I'm in. That's it. I'm going to give you my email here right away. The first 5 to send me that email get links to sign up with their special code. And it's going to be open for 60 minutes and then gone. So you're going to send me an email. And because this always sells out and I always have more than 5 emails, you're then going to have the 60 minutes to get signed up from there. And then after that, I got to move to the next person in the list because we only got so much time for me to do the onboarding and everything. So I got to make sure I have those 5 spots filled with the people that want in. And then we're booked up because then, I cannot bring on 20 people at one time because there would be only, it would be a disservice to you guys. You wouldn't get the support and attention that you deserve. So Luke, he said, Shawn really knows what he's doing. The system's working well. I'm learning more and more how to gain contacts, reach clients. As a new agent, I tried lead gen companies, rather was hoodwinked by one and felt very embarrassed that I got suckered. Shawn is the polar opposite of that. He's shown me the way. He's very genuine, very attentive to my requests. Shawn is helpful when asked for any guidance. The only sure way fire I found to grow my database in this day and age is the Realtor's Blueprint. I cannot recommend it enough. So, as I said, put your questions in the chat. Email me, I'm in. My email's coming up here right away. Be ready. First 5 emails to come in are in, and this is going to give you 50 plus leads, and you also get that 5K plus guarantee in the 12 months. There's no risk. Dee Dee, Realtor's Blueprint's been a total game changer from us. From just one Facebook ad, we gained a $2.5 million listing, a $1.3 million cottage buyer, and several other serious clients ready to list or purchase. Shawn Bell has been incredibly supportive every step of the way, truly cares about your success, highly recommended. So 50 plus leads a month, 50 plus K guarantee, 5 spots available, $0 risk. Are you ready? Here we go. So you're going to send me an email to Shawn at shawnbell.ca. In that subject line, you're going to put I'm in. From there, if you're one of the first 5, give me a moment because I got to once before we get through, because my phone will be lighting up here. I got some questions to go over. Once I get off the webinar, I gotta download it. I want to put up for the replay and everything. So just be patient. I will get back to you guys. Be ready with that link and everything. I'll send you a video. So I'll personally reply with your unique sign up link and discount code. From there, you have 60 minutes to complete your enrollment before your spot is given to the next person. Once 5 realtors join, offer is gone. So act now, email me at shawn@shawnbell.ca with I'm in to lock your spot for the Realtors Blueprint lead flutter deal and do it now before all spots are gone. Okay, so thank you guys. I'm going to get back to the chat here and I'm going to make sure, and I'm going to put this in the chat as well, just in case if some of you haven't typed, if it's not viewing properly or whatever. Let's send this to everyone. I'm just going to put my email in here. That should work. Let me know if that came through, Shawn@shawnbell.ca. That way you can just copy and paste it. Okay, so I'm going back up to the top of the chat here. Hold on. I gotta find the right one here today. There we go. See where, sorry. I've got some messages to go through before I find the questions. Okay, that one was a comment, not a question. Do you have to have a business page to run Facebook ads? Yes, Lori, you have to have a Facebook page. So you can't run it on a personal page. Um, So if you need to, go set up a business page, and then that gives you the ability to run ads. Now, if you do that, I do recommend putting all the information you can into the page, because if you just kind of leave it blank and don't have any activity there, Facebook might see that as suspicious because there is scammers that try to do the same thing. So give it the information, give it your photo and tell it a little bit about, make it look like a good page. And you do want that as well, because if somebody was to click on your ad and go check out your page, they want to show that like you're a real person. What about location? I think it required me to expand my niche location. I wanted to farm a neighborhood. Can I still target location, zip codes, etc.? So, Gary, yes. That's kind of a twofold that I'll answer. With the special ad category, we have to select it. And with the special ad category, the minimum radius we can do is 15 miles. You cannot go any smaller. But do not worry about that. The good thing is if you want to target a certain area, you just write that in your ad copy and call out to those people in that certain area. Yes, it's going to be showing to a bigger area, but that's okay because you never know. Well, for one, if more people in a certain area are responding to it, Facebook figures that out. So that's good. Secondarily is you never know somebody has a tie to that area. Like I have so many people running ads where they might run a list of recently sold homes or homes for sale in a certain area, and there's somebody that's 10 miles away that responds to it because maybe they own a property in that neighborhood or their family member owns a property in that neighborhood. Like you just never know who's going to be seeing that ad and has a tie to that neighborhood. So don't get caught up on that and worry about that. Facebook will figure that out for you. So Meta likes you using their form of your own that connects to your CRM. Example, high level. Yes, and high level is what I use, Lisa. I just find you can do it either way. So what I find, Lisa, is best to run these ads just like I showed you with Facebook. And with the Realtors Blueprint, it does this for you. Create the form in Facebook alone. Once you find an ad that performs good, you can then move to like a landing page and create your own form if you'd like and send people to that to submit their information. The whole idea behind that is if you're sending people to another page to collect information, you're going to get higher quality leads. You're going to get less leads because some people are going to skip off because they're like, ah, it's too many clicks. But the ones that do go the extra mile and submit their information, you're going to be higher quality. But off the start, don't do that because it's just more time and effort and you're going to delay your achievements. So your success. So just start with the simple ones. And when you find one that works really good and you know those are the ads that perform the best, then okay, maybe you could switch to doing like a landing page or something like that. Do you have to go through Ads Manager? I'm not able to get into mine. It just goes here and gets stuck. Interesting. Let's see this photo. Is that on your mobile or is that on your actual computer? I would like to know that. Let me go back to my screen here. Yeah. Mike, if you have issues with that, let me know. I'd be happy to look at it for you, actually. You don't owe me anything. I haven't seen that one before, so I'd like to take a closer look at it and see how I could get you in. With the Realtor's Blueprint, you don't have to ever go into Ads Manager again. It automatically connects, so it'll run the ads for you. So you don't have to worry. It gives you all your tracking, it gives you your reporting. You can see everything in the Realtor's Blueprint, so you don't end up having to go into Facebook and do Ads Manager. But if it's something you're like, hey, I just want this and I'm, doing this on my own, reach out to me. Like I said, you don't owe me anything. I gladly take a look for you and see what you need to do. I've found that people will not fill in their info for a list of homes. I received a Google review stating so. What's your experience or advice on ad copy to get people to sign up? So if people are not filling out their info, that tells me you're not offering something that people actually want. It takes a bit of testing and it still works today every market. I've done it in large markets, small markets, Canada, US. Does not matter where it is, this still works. But sometimes it takes a matter of testing different ads. And the biggest mistake most people do is they'll run one ad and be like, oh, this didn't work, and then they give up. Like anything in real estate, whatever success we had did not come from one thing, one try. It took multiple tries. So yeah, doing the list of homes just tells me it's not something people were looking for. You need to find something that people are all looking for and curate your list of homes based off of that, and it will work. And again, anybody that signs up for the Realtor's Blueprint, I walk you through all that. I have calls with you. We strategize. We figure this all out so you're not ever sitting there stuck and frustrated. I walk you guys the whole way through because I need to get you the results. Otherwise, I'm refunding you your money, and it's costing me an extra $500. I want to get you the results. So that's why I'm helping you the whole way through. Can you recap the three types? Yeah. So number IDX PDF. The other one, Gary, was your MLS. So when you're going into your MLS, whether it's Matrix, Paragon, Realm, Flex MLS, I know there's other ones, can't think of them right now. When you go into your MLS system, you can do a search for all these homes. One of the ways is you can select them all and go to email them. So pretend like you're going to email them to somebody, and usually it'll put a link for those homes on there. So you can just copy that link and put that in the ad. Or you can create within your MLS, if you were like, for example, if I was to come to your city tomorrow and like, hey, Gary, set me up on an auto email that'll send me all the new listings within this criteria. You could do that, and it gives me like a portal window. So you could go create that, like you're going to create an auto email for a lead, but put yourself in as the lead so it sends you the link. I hope that clarifies. If not, let me know. Uh, Johnny in Calgary, you use Pillar 9. How can we copy a link in there? You're speaking my language 100%. Guess what? I use Pillar 9 too, or I did. That's in Matrix. So same thing as what I just explained to Gary. If you have any questions on that, let me know. But again, as a Realtor's Blueprint, I walk you through all of that, showing you how to set it up. So in Pillar 9, same thing, create a new auto email. So you have your search in the bottom left, there'll be a button saying save, and then you click on new auto email. And then when you've got the option for the new auto email, you put them in as a contact. You actually put yourself, sorry, in as a contact. Hit save, and then you can go to auto emails at the top. You'll click on auto emails, and you'll see all the auto emails you have set up in Pillar 9. In there, you can click on you as the contact, and then there'll be down below it, there'll be a button that says open in portal, I believe it says, or open in one home. Now they call it one home. Open in one home, and then it'll open up the window with all the list of homes. You can copy that URL. And guys, if you have any questions where you want to jump in, I'm just going through what's in the chat here first. I wanted to do first come, first serve. But if you have one where it's like, hey, I need to speak, or it'll be easier to ask this question live, just put it in the chat. Just say, could you please unmute me? And I can do that when I get to you, and then you can ask it live. Best practice for lead follow-up. Yeah, I think I covered that, Kathy. You want to follow up in the first 5 minutes is crucial. From there, you want to do your 7 to 8 touch points, trying to get them to respond. Do not stop at one or two. Once they do respond, then continue to follow up with them. So, lead comes in, you send them a message saying, hey, I see you just requested this free list of homes. Just want to make sure you got it. If they don't respond to that, continue to message them over the next week, sending them a message every day. Hey, just want to make sure, checking in again. Did you get that list of homes? I know you're probably busy, but if you could get back to me and let me know. Once they finally do respond and you know you've got a real person, from there, my biggest advice, try to get them signed up for your auto email, which I just spoke about a lot, where that's where you're putting somebody in your MLS and it's sending them new listings and even new solds if you want all the time within their criteria. Get people on that because guess what? Now they're getting emails from you all the time with information they actually want. And this is an amazing way to build that trust factor. It is huge and it's free. You've got it in your MLS at your disposal to use for free. Make use of it. Um, yes, this will be available for replay, Gary. I'll send it out to you guys when it's ready. It just takes me a bit of time to download it, render it, upload it, and then I'll send you guys an email. Do the people know they are talking to AI? Some do, some don't, and I don't like to hide it. So if somebody asks, we tell them, yeah, you are. I'm a believer. You guys are going to see this more. It's not going to be probably a whole lot longer, and you guys are going to be calling into businesses and you're going to be speaking to AI on the phone. I believe we're going to get to that point in the world where we know we're going to be talking to AI and we're going to be okay with it. As long as it gives us the answers and what we need and it helps us, who cares? But it's just going to be expected. Eventually, that's going to come to that time. What's the cost? Yeah, we went over that. Can this be integrated with other CRMs? Yes, it can. I do that quite a bit for people. That's not a problem at all. Would the Realtors Blueprint work in Ontario? Absolutely, it does. I have other customers in Ontario, spread out all over Ontario, and it works. Um, Canadian company, why are you charging US? Great question. I actually used to charge this in Canadian a couple of years ago, and I found it was just really confusing for my business with my American customers to figure that out. So I dropped the price and I put it to US just and put it across the board because I found as I'm starting to go eventually global with this, US is like the world currency. It makes so much easier for my life to keep a track of accounting and all of my software costs. Like I mentioned before, I've got a ton of software costs to put this all together for you guys. That's all in US dollars as well. So it just kind of is US across the board. Thank you for sharing. Um, PC doesn't work on phone either. Well, that sucks. Sorry to hear that, Mike. But yeah, reach out. I'd be happy to ask you more questions and see if I can guide you through it. Because yeah, that's frustrating. Is there a recommended budget per day per campaign? Yes, $10 to $20 is what you want to start out with, Dennis. And then when you find out what works best for you, then you can start to scale it up. But at a minimum, that $10 to $20 a day just to figure out which ads are working the best. P.S. The me in the photo for the ad is great. Yeah, it works amazing. And it's so easy to do. It builds it's getting your face out there too. Like it's a win-win. It's so amazing. Um, yes, sorry, somebody had sent me a private message here to get in touch with them. I'm just gonna write this down, guys. Hold on with me. Okay. We're Americans. We're kind of dumb. You're not dumb. That's I find that funny you wrote that though. Um, okay, so I think I've made it through all the questions there. Let me go to the Q and oh no, it doesn't have the Q&A here. Yeah, nothing in there. Okay, if there's anybody that wants to ask a question live, now's your chance. If you want to raise your hand or just type it in the chat if you had a question that you can't type out, let me know. Or if you do have other questions, put it in there. We've got another moment or two. Otherwise, we're going to call her a day, and then I will get to work, sending you guys off the replay. Sorry, looks like somebody's just joining now. We're just at the end of the webinar, whoever just joined. Sorry about that. But yeah, if you guys have any other questions, put it in the chat now. If you did want to go on to live, need to ask a question, raise your hand. Otherwise, thank you so much, guys. I hope this was of value to you. I hope you learned something. If you want to humor me and put in the chat and give me a thumbs up if this was valuable, you did learn something. Hopefully, that's my main goal with these. Obviously with the Realtor's Blueprint, we're going to expedite that process so much quicker for you, and you're going to bring in leads quicker, and you're going to close more deals sooner and get a huge return on your investment. But if it's not in the cards right now, my main goal is, yeah, I want to leave you guys with something so you can go do this. So you've got the knowledge, you've got the strategies, and if you want to put, spend all the time and effort, um, yeah, that you can do this. Thanks, Mike, for being here. I'll wait to hear from you if you want help with that. But yeah, it looks like we don't have any other questions. People are starting to log off now, so they're probably tired of listening to me talk all day. But thank you guys for being here. I really do appreciate it. If you have any questions going down the road, send me an email anytime. I'm always out there. I'm always helping people every day. People, yeah, I'm always giving free advice. I'm happy to give that free advice to you. Um, Very valuable. I'm changing my ad style today. Perfect. Love to hear it, Gary. And like I said, if you have any questions, fire me a message. I'm happy to give you guys any advice I can because I don't want to see you going through this and struggling. Because, like I said at the start, let's get rid of those junk leads. Let's get you results that are actually going to work for and without spending thousands of dollars every month on lead gen companies that are just trying to get you any leads they can, and they're spread all over the map and they're not really meant for you or for your community. It sucks. So thank you guys. I hope you have a great rest of your Wednesday. Thanks for being here today. And if you need anything, of course, I'll be there. I'll wait to hear from you and I'll send you the recording when it is available. Take care, everyone.